Hello everyone, my name is Maggie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 New Year's resolutions for fat babes only. Just kidding, anyone can do them if they want. So I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. If not, I hope you had a wonderful day off in the middle of the week probably. I just hope you had a wonderful December in general. It's coming to an end. Still have my Christmas lights up. Question for you. Are you one of those people that takes their Christmas stuff down immediately, or do you leave it up until New Year's Day? Leave your answer below. So it's a bit of a tradition around here to make a New Year's resolutions video at the end of every year. I have done one in the past that was non-dieting. So I will link that in a card above now. I did one last year that was for fat babes. But essentially every year I just try to do a kind of inspirational video of 5 New Year's resolutions that are not dieting, because dieting as a New Year's resolution never ever works. And I have finally stopped thinking that way, stopped thinking like, oh, I thought I would be, you know, a size smaller by Christmas of this year, and I'm not. And this is the first year in, I think, probably since, I don't even know, 20 years maybe, that I have not had that thought, and that in January of last year I expected I'd be the same size, and I've stayed the same size. So that's good. But yeah, so these are 5 non-diet resolutions for fat babes specifically. But again, it could be anyone. We'll see. We're going to do kind of a sandwich thing. We're going to do 2 sort of easier ones on the front end and back end. And right in the middle, we're going to do one that's going to be really hard, but I think important. So we'll start at 1 now. So just wait. So the first New Year's resolution I have is to shop at a store or a website that offers extended sizing. And I mean extended sizing past a 3X, past a 4X into size 5X, 6X, 7X, 30, like 32, 40, like extended sizes. Because if we want companies to continue making clothes in that sizes, 1, we have to support them, but 2, if we keep supporting companies that do not make those extended sizes, they're never going to feel like they need to. So I am personally going to try and do this in 2018. I, in the past, have not, because those pieces do end up being way more expensive than anything you could buy at Target or Forever 21, which are places where I fit into the clothes. However, I understand that I'm kind of being part of the problem by not being part of the solution, so I'm going to try in 2019. Did I say 2018 before? I think I did. 2019 is weird to think about, even though it's happening really soon. Anyway, in 2019 is to buy at least one thing from a company that makes clothing in extended sizes, and you can even buy a gift card if you don't want to buy something full, like a full price item. You could just buy like a gift card and give that to your fat friend. Simple, easy, but yeah, that is a very like a very easy goal if you can save some money. And if you truly cannot afford to buy anything from there, just boost the hell out of their social media, because that is important too. That actually is a great way to segue into my next resolution, which is to support the hell out of fat babes online who are on the grind, working their asses off, blogging or doing YouTube, or like just doing Instagram or writing. Like, please support them with your comments and your likes and your shares. On Instagram specifically, there seems to be like a disconnect between like, this is my, like one of my favorite bloggers, but I'm not gonna like or comment on any of their posts. Or I'm not gonna like or comment on any of the posts where they are like being sponsored by someone. And you're really doing a disservice to these people that you look up to and trust for like reviews on clothes and like look to for fashion inspiration and just kind of like body confidence. Like you're not helping them out, you know? and I don't think people quite get it. So essentially when someone does a collaboration with a brand, it's not just over at the, yes, I'll do a collaboration. What comes after that, how the collaboration goes, that determines whether they will be given another opportunity, whether they will be paid more in the future. So if you see, I mean, literally take 10 minutes through Instagram, and every fat babe you see, comment. Comment, comment, comment. That is what's going to help them. So that's cost no money if you have access to the internet already, and it's super easy. So just make a note to do that. I mean, to me, but also to other bloggers and influencers and things like that. Like, just show up for them, and they will remember you, because I know I have people on my channel who comment on every single video, and I'm so thankful for them, and I know them by name, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, support your fellow plus size babes. So we're now to the middle of this list. So this is gonna be the hard one, but you can do it. And it is just to find a doctor or find the medical care that you deserve that will not shame you for your weight or encourage you to lose weight or encourage you to get weight loss surgery. Find a fat positive or at least a weight neutral doctor for your everyday medical care. I say this because I recently had an experience where I had a cold, and then pretty much a cold that turned into a month-long sinus infection, and I just recently went to a clinic to get help because my doctor that I have, it's like my PCP, he is fatphobic, and I am too afraid to go to him to even get an antibiotic for my sinus infection because I'm afraid he's going to bring up my weight. So this is just an encouragement to find a doctor that will work with you and not against you. And there are lists out there, and I'm going to try and find some things to link you to, but there are lists out there. There are like groups on Facebook. Facebook is a great place to find community, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, like, just kind of put the word out and say, like, I'm looking for fat positive doctors in this area, and see, you know, if anyone has anything to say, if they're in your network, if they aren't, how much it's going to cost. Like, really put in the work. It's going to be annoying, and you're going to have to set like a whole like day to do it, or like plan out time like in a week to do it. But it will be so worth it. I did also this year go to a dermatologist for the first time for my chronic skin condition, and I like literally welled up at the office because she told me, she was like, there's a lot of stuff online that will say that losing weight will make this better, but I do not see that that is the case. I have people who are thin who have this severely. They are people who have had weight loss surgery who still have this condition as severely as they did, because it is not about how much you weigh, it is about your skin rubbing together and your skin contacting your skin. And I was like, thank you God for pointing me in the direction of this doctor, and I pray that she is still in network when my insurance transfers over, because I'm going to be 26. Okay, so this is your little push on your shoulder whispering to you, go find a fat positive doctor in 2019. Okay? Okay. Moving on to more pleasant things. So number 4 is to support a fat-owned business or website, online retailer, anything like that. So you buy a lot of stuff during the year, and some of it's like, you know, groceries, housewares, whatever. But there are the times of the year where you're buying gifts, you're buying odds and ends, you're buying makeup, you're buying kitschy clothes. And I think it would be a great point to support fat-owned businesses in 2019, because we as collectively as fat people don't make as much money as thin people, and we have a harder time finding full-time employment. So let's put our money where our mouth is, and support the fat people in our lives who need it financially with money. So, I mean, there are tons of different kinds of people you can support. You can support people that make fat positive merchandise. This shirt is from my friend Carissa at Fat Girl Flow. I also have several t-shirts from the shop Fat Mermaids, which also is owned by a fat woman. There are a couple like plus size clothing like resale stores. There is, I'll put all these links below, but there's Fat Fancy. and there is the Bus Plus, and some of these are local, some of these are online, but I'll put all that information below. But if you ever are like, oh, I really want to get a like commissioned piece of art, or I'm looking for a like Etsy candle company, or like any sort of like Etsy store, some kind of good that people like make and you could buy it from, you know, an Etsy store or whatever, that kind of thing, just go online and ask. Hey, I'm looking for this. Are there any like plus size people that make this and then I could support them? And I did this last year with art. I wanted to get an art piece commissioned, and I got hooked up to a wonderful artist who didn't actually end up doing it for me because I didn't have the money and I wanted to pay them fairly. But it's so easy, and you're like directly affecting another plus size person's life in a positive way, and like, why wouldn't you want to do that? So that is another idea for you for a resolution for 2019. So my final resolution for Fat Babes for 2019, that is not dieting, is that was dramatic. It's just find a fat community. Simply, that's it. This can be a big community, it could be one friend. Just find someone who is going to understand the things that you go through on a daily basis as a plus size person and can commiserate with you. So this can be in person. I know there are fat meetups in person. This can be online. I am part of the She's All Fat Facebook group, which is a podcast that I love. But there's a Facebook group if you support them with your money at I think like $7 or above. So I'm in that Facebook group, and that has been one of the most positive influences like in 2018 that I've had, because it's created an actual real community where I can support other people but also get support myself and laugh and share silly things and serious things, and it's been really wonderful. So I would say, yeah, find a community online or in person, whether it's one person or hundreds of people. Just if you are feeling alone in being plus size, if you don't have a community, reach out and find one, because there are people there that are gonna love you and they want to be your friend, and you should do it. So if you go out and find a fat community, I think that would make your 2019 A+. Alright, I've talked your ear off and I'm so sorry, but I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and leave your personal New Year's resolution below if it's one of these or one of your own. Let me know. I'm not sure what mine's going to be this coming year. I haven't thought about it yet. I need to take a quiet moment and really think about it, but I'm sure I'll be talking about it in my vlogs in 2019. It's such a weird year. 2018 sounds so right, and 2019 sounds so wrong. Oh well, it's coming. You can follow me on my social media if you haven't already. That's on the screen now and in the links below. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that either, and ring the notification bell so you always are alerted when I make a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Your support means everything to me. 2018 has been a whirlwind and it has been wonderful, and I will see you in 2019. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time in 2019. Bye.